Where's... Oh, there you are. I can see the moon more clearly from here, and I can feel the breeze on my face. Haha, ooh, you're being so mysterious, Joshua. Huh. Okay, looks like you aren't just trying to be cool. This is the sort of thing your job takes, isn't it? The moonlight, the position of the clouds, the flow of the wind, every detail is vital. I wish to lower the possibility of failure as much as possible. Lower the... Don't say it like that, you idiot. If you fail, you'll die, you know? Don't worry, the possibility of my failure is very remote. Back in my previous life, I used to conduct missions like this every day. Real danger will come if I succeed. Hey, Joshua? Do you really, absolutely need to do all this? Hmm? You're Erebonian, same as us. I mean, yeah, circumstances mean that none of us can really go home, but I just don't get it. Why do you feel like you owe this piddly little backwater anything? Just let those Ouroboros idiots do whatever they want to it. And hey, it's still not too late, you know? You can come with us, away from LaBelle. We can head out to some independent state and raise our flag there, you know? And hey, if you really don't like the whole Sky Bandit gig, we can try and find something else to do. I was talking to Kyle and Don, and we were thinking the Bobcat could make a good legit shipping vessel. You know, speed and all. An airship delivery service. I could see it having some potential. Demand for that kind of service is certainly going up. It'd be a safer job than Sky Banditry at any rate. Well then, technically we do have some berths open. That you do. Once I've crushed the Society's plan, and if I manage to survive, I'll think it over. And you needn't worry, this completes our contract. As promised, your cooperation here means I'll consider the favour you owe me redeemed. You can depart whenever. I won't mind. Forget it. Hmm? You idiot, moron, jerk! Who the heck was talking about debts? Forget it. Who cares about you? Just go leap into danger and die if that's all you want to do. I'm sorry, Gisette. Adios is mercy. Not easy playing dumb, is it? Kyle, I do wish she'd finally grow out of her more childish tendencies. Even so, I think you could have handled that better. It's true. I cannot apologize, but I do feel sorry for what I've done to her. Man, you sure have an odd way of being nice, Astray. You want to make it up to her? Give that offer some serious thought. Assuming, of course, you won't be joining up again with your nice young bracer lady after this. No, that won't be happening. In the end, the worlds we live in are too different. She and I should never meet again, it's for the best. Well, if that's how you think. In that case, Gisette's offer does have some appeal, yeah? It does. I'm going to give it some thought. Look who's decided to show themselves. Don, is that them? Yep, it's just like the lad predicted. They're approaching from the northeast. You heard the man? To the bridge. Got it. In control of Joshua once more. Okay. Augments. I'm not too sure if I'll actually have any fighting to do. Bobcat's in perfect condition. In other words, everything else is on you. Hey, get a move on. The boss is on the bridge. I'm amazed the boss even agreed to this plan. This sounds bad no matter how you look at it. Ah, there you are. What's the situation? Heh, just what you predicted it would be. Look at the display. Altitude of 1560 Arge, entering the Liberalian territory from the north-northeast at 2100 Selge per hour. With that kind of altitude and speed, they aren't normal ships. Looks like that special radar of yours is working, eh? Don't congratulate me yet, we don't know who they are. It's possible they're Erebonian scout ships or something. Kyle, do we have any visual contact yet? Got them. Sending the image to your display. I love the fact these cutscenes are still trying to be in like the 16:4 format rather than widescreen. 16:4? 6:4? I can't remember. Whatever the TVs used to be back in the days when they're like square. Now, there's no doubt, that's our target. Well, that's the stage set then. Now it gets exciting. Let's do this then. Lad, you ready for this, right? Absolutely. Once I'm in place, begin immediately. Done. Kyle. Gisette. Thank you for everything. Our relationship may have been based on a contract, but I'm glad I met you. What an... Huh? It would be a bit more appropriate to say it once the mission's over with, but I may not get the opportunity, so let me say it now. Thank you. Be well, everyone. He just... dramatic till the very end. Huh? Even at the very end, you managed to be so uncute. What's all this thank you business with a face like you're walking to your execution? You think hearing that will make me happy? You think those are the words I want to hear? Gisette. Just promise me that you won't do anything too crazy. That you'll come back alive. Given who I'm about to pick a war with, I can't guarantee anything. But I will promise this. Even if I don't succeed at my goal, I will come back alive and give you all my thanks. Ah? Will that be enough? Yeah. Don't forget, I collect on my promises, Buster. No, Gisette and Joshua are not a thing. It's gotta be Estelle. Better chemistry with Estelle. In my opinion. Altitude stable at 1559 Arge, crossing into Liberalian airspace now. Set course for Valeria Lake. Roger. Doesn't look like the Liberalian airships noticed us. Stealth functionality, nice little piece of tech they loaded us up with. If we didn't have that doohickey, we'd be causing a bit of a fuss right about now, you know? I mean, forget us, imagine what would happen if those Liberal hicks saw that monster coming for them. Don't I wish I could see that. What? Are we under attack? The heck are you idiots panicking for? Check the darn radar! Contact. One small ship approaching from 4 o'clock. Database match. Found. The Capua Sky Bandit ship Bobcat. Rhineford make? Sky Bandits? What's even the plan here? We're gonna try and... oh, is Joshua gonna try and jump onto it? That's crazy even for him. Now. Wow. Gotta admit, Joshua's pretty cool. Alright, it worked. Oh, so it did. Time for us to beat it then. The airship is breaking off? What do we do? Do we pursue? No, leave them alone. If they were Royal Army, we'd have to pike them all, but we don't have time to bother with small fries. Understood. Right now, our only job is clearing the glorious flight path. Let's head back to base for now. We should let Sir Campanella know about the bandits. Ha! They're pulling out as well. Everything went exactly like he thought it would. Yeah. Gisette, don't worry. It's Joshua's Astray. It's Joshua... oh, is that his last name? Astray? It's Joshua Astray we're talking about. He'll come back safe. Oh, instead of Joshua Bright, it makes sense he'd change his name. Yeah, he will. He's got a promise to keep after all. Chapter 6. The Whereabouts of Bonds. Oh boy, I was wondering if he wanted to get the last word in. The Blade Lord is bold, if nothing else. No kidding. And I really screwed up in letting him get away. Sorry guys, I've got no excuse. No, you made the right choice in letting him go. A graveyard is no place for the living to settle their arguments. Hamel, though. Why is that causing an itch in the back of my skull? Yeah, didn't Lo mention that before? Do you know anything, Chloe? I don't. I'm sorry. I imagine grandmother would know something, but given that it seems to be some kind of state secret, she may not be willing to tell me until I'm older. Ah, good point. How about you, Olivier? Hamel's in Erebonia, right? It is, although even we don't speak of it much, so it's always a surprise to hear it brought up in conversation. Oh? Why is that? Hamel was a village in the southernmost reaches of the Empire, near the Liberlian border. I say was, for you will find it on no map of the Empire today. Huh? It's not gone, is it? The village was demolished in a landslide some time ago. A number of the residents lost their lives then. As I understand it, it's now little more than empty ruins and ghosts. That's awful. So that's it, huh? But still, even if a lot of people died, there's no excuse for his actions. I have understood the scale of the disaster, I think. Rumour says that very few of the villagers survived. Only rescue units saw precisely what happened, but few living these days can claim to know a Hamel resident. It was that bad. It's not unheard of for landslides to swallow entire settlements. They're sometimes called mountain tsunamis because of how they create waves of pure rock and earth. It's an odd thing to suddenly bring up in context, however. I mean, what in the world would Hamel have to do with Her Majesty and General Morgan? Or LaBelle at all? Alas, at this point we don't know enough to confirm or deny anything. Let me poke my old nose around the various corners of the guild to see what I can find out. And enough about Hamel for now. We've other business. First of all, let me give you payment for all that you've done. Bring on the big bucks. Only 2k? Come on. That's a little better. Oh, ranked up 2. Grail Locket. You went through quite a lot with this dragon mess. You've done the name of the guild proud. You really think so? We still didn't stop whatever experiment they were running. Don't think we can claim much of a victory on this one. This also means they've conducted experiments in all of LaBelle's major regions. We have to figure out what the Society plans to do next as soon as we can. Yes, about that. Why don't you all take a break for a little while? Huh? Rest? But Shera just said... Oh, I heard, but I'm serious. You've been running around from Ruan to Gransel to here, solving case after case with barely so much as time to sleep. If you don't take at least a single moment to unwind, you'll snap your springs. But we can't just take a break in the middle of something so important. We need to be able to get out there if they pull something. I don't know if we can just slack off, but the old man does have a point. The army's patrols have kicked into high gear thanks to all the dragon shenanigans. They should be able to handle any immediate danger, I think. And I've been meaning to mention, it seems Kurt's team has found it. Huh? It? Wait, like... You mean they found Ouroboros' base? Yes. Kurt reported they got a solid lead a few days ago. If they can pinpoint the base, you'll be busy again soon enough. So I really think it would be a good idea to rest while you can. Yeah, I see. Huh. In that case, I'll take you up on that, Legrand. Remember, part of a bracer's duty is to ensure he can keep performing his duties. Getting rest is a big part of that. True enough. Well, I guess the world ain't gonna end it if we take a breather. Bracer wisdom prevails again. Zin, you are a sage and a gentleman. Still, Legrand, given that you're suggesting a break, I assume you have a destination in mind? Haha, sharp, Olivier. Truth be told, I got a little something nice from Maya Maybell. She wanted it separate from your normal pay for the dragon business. Huh? What else could she be paying us with? Oh, just a reservation at the Kingfisher Inn on the lakefront to the south. She's paid for you all to stay there for 3 days. Seriously? Sweet! Ah, the hospitality of Bose's beautiful mare once again shines like a beacon through the fog of weariness. Yes, it's just like Maybell to do something like this. So we're going on a vacation, right? To the Kingfisher Inn? Mm-hmm, that's right. It's a luxurious inn with a fantastic view of Valeria Lake. They're famous for their food, fine spirits, and they provide boats for going out onto the lake. That sounds great. This does sound like a nice little vacation. Yeah, if we gotta take a load off, Kingfisher's close to the best place in LaBelle to do it. You got that right. Let's not waste May and Maybell's kindness, guys. Come on. Alright, you may now reconfigure parties, swap party members and their gear in and out as needed, select move out when ready. Just go ahead with the people we've been fighting with. Well then, we'll head for the Kingfisher Inn ahead of you. Thanks for doing this, guys. Make sure we all get checked in. Legrand called ahead, so getting rooms for everyone shouldn't be too hard. Yes, leave it to us. Okay, so we should probably check the guild board just in case, don't you think? I mean, the whole dragon mess has died down, but it might have kicked up some other issues. I'm still kind of worried. Legrand did have kind of a point, remember? Let's not kill ourselves on work for once and actually go enjoy a bit of rest. You have a point. Alright, let's just tie up the loose ends and head to Valeria Lake. Yeah. Okay, in case it isn't obvious, if you go to Valeria Lake, you're going to miss out on doing any side quests and you're going to continue the story onwards. So let's go ahead and take a look at where we are. So, earned BP 251. It should be about right, I think. Go ahead and report the revenue trail monster. Good work, always nice to see some progress. Looks like we've got some new quests which we can pick up. So we've got Memories of Distant Days, which is, I am searching for a relative who went missing 10 years ago. For details, please come for an explanation from me. I'll be waiting at Kirsch's bar. Merchant escort, looking for a bracer. Escort to Revenue Village. Person to be escorted is one young woman. Request is only for one way. The Kingfisher Inn is to the south of Bose. Okay, he's not going to say anything interesting. Nobody up here. Okay, so before I get into talking with everybody in Bose, I'm going to go ahead to the gates on the East Bose Highway and talk to people there. Okay, so we are at Harkin Gate, which is our first destination. We finally have permission to go climbing up the Crones. Just like Shelby said, it was worth waiting. With the wind today, we don't need to worry too much about the fog. We still have to be careful about the route we want to try and take. After all, we'll be tackling a mountain no man has ever scaled before. We need to be as careful as possible. The fort's finally quiet again. I feel like I can finally get some sleep. Hey, welcome. The dragon thing's all settled and now we're taking it easy here. And that's it. I am no longer an army man. Time to say goodbye to the uniform. Oh yeah, to mark the occasion, let me give you guys this. That book was my secret pleasure during the more boring parts of base life. Still though, looking back on it, it wasn't for all that long, but life in the army was more fun than I expected. Alright, time to finish my discharge. It's been quite the runaround getting here, but it's finally time for my trip to the Empire. And that's it, I'm no longer an army man. Time to say goodbye to the uniform. Yeah, from travelling to the army and back to the road. This is the life. Welcome to the Harkin Gate. Alert status has finally been called off. Phew, things haven't been this tense since the coup. The dragon apparently fled without being seriously injured. As unpopular as I know our dragon friend is right now, as a researcher of ancient life, I have to admit I'm relieved it got any. I can make quite a bit of progress with just the photos we took, if I can keep them. How much I'll be able to publish will be up to my negotiating skills now, not my scientific ones. Looks like that dragon business is done with. I'm glad we weren't sortied in force this time. That word doesn't even make sense to me. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. The Empire doesn't seem to care much about our little problem. Normally they'd be all over us if we even let our guard down a little. Guess the non-aggression pact is doing its job. Hey everyone, good work with the dragon. I can guess from your faces what you're here to ask, but I can say nothing more regarding that matter. Please understand. Forgive me, I can say no more. We're finally back to standard operations. Granted, with Erebonia always next door, we can't exactly sit on our butts. Wish they could give us some leave at least. I saw the general just a little while ago. Even though everything's been settled, he still had this real unpleasant look on his face. I guess it might have just been my imagination, maybe. This is just what I've heard, but apparently the Bracer Guild took care of the dragon problem. Kinda feels like we had the spotlight snatched from us. Right, no one in the prison cells. So I'm gonna head over to the next gate. I'm sure the general must be very relieved to have this dragon case over. The market's reopened too, so I hope peaceful days come back soon. The dragon mess has finally been put behind us. I wonder if the Air Force managed to get their side of things done. I don't know all the details, but apparently the dragon panic's over. Not much news makes it out here. Ultimately, we don't know what was settled or how. And I think that's everyone here spoken to. Hey everyone. I should be able to cover bows now. Sorry had to spend time filling in for me. Welcome to the Antarose. Things are finally back to normal. It's hard to really appreciate wine when there are so many distractions and unrest in the city. There's a saying that hunger is the greatest spice, but in my experience, I would say that peace is the greatest hidden flavour. Oh my, I hadn't even realised until just now. This delectable pottage is a new dish on the menu. How silly of me. I've had it so many times that it just feels like a classic already. All the turmoil that's come about in recent days has worried me so. Yeah, the meals really are the best I've ever had. It tastes even better knowing it's on the mayor's tab. It was worth helping out with the construction for a treat like this. That imperial gentleman who came for the arranged marriage meeting has already left. The young lady he was meeting with has returned home as well. The two of them must have been born into well-to-do families, don't you think? Here they were, in our restaurant, talking marriage proposals. I was invited by the mayor as thanks for my efforts during the market's repair. Perhaps because of that it feels very different than when I was here last. Today I feel strangely calm and natural, even from my perspective. Thank Adios, we finally got some wine delivered this morning. I freak out every time an airship stops by. Still, airships are the whole reason we can drink liquor from around the world. Hard to complain too much with perks like that. It seems the scheduled liners have resumed, but it has no effect on my business. After all, my business is more about rare, idiosyncratic gems. I've got a lineup no one else in the business could hope to imitate. We were having trouble for a while, but now I've got all the ingredients a guy could ask for. It wasn't easy to be so conservative with our stock. I'm ready to cook up exotic meals like the best of them. The scheduled liners are running now. We can get stuff in stock normally again. Woohoo! Seems like that new merchant's gonna get us any rare ingredients we need. We could finally put together a brand new menu this way, and believe me, I'm up for the challenge. Alright, time to get serious. I've been talking business with this fascinating new merchant over the last few days. To converse with the young. I thought to give him a few pointers and instead found myself inspired by his youthful vigour. Ho! I hope we get the chance to chat again sometime soon. Thank you so much for all your help. I was wondering how things would turn out with the market closed. Thanks to you, not only did we manage to minimise the damage, we've even turned a profit. No, I've been quite helped already. I haven't been taking profit into account at all, but I'm sure we could come to a deal in some way or another. Perhaps the scheduled airships being resumed sooner than expected had some effect. Oh, already spoke to him. Oh, market's open again, so we can go in there soon. Yes, I'm so glad the market's reopened. This is a great day. I should go shopping. Wow, they got that back up real quick. The market reopens today and Bose returns to normal. It's somewhat troubling that so few people have come to offer prayers of thanks. Shopping is a luxury which may only be truly enjoyed in times of peace. I suppose I can overlook it though, just this once. Finally, peace has returned to the Bose region. The market has reopened safely and Revenue's orchards are recovering. While it will take time to restore our lives, we will succeed, there's no doubt about that. After all, we recovered so wonderfully even from the tragedy of that war. Yeah, struggling to speak today. Oh, Paul took Elk off to work today. He said he wanted to show her the reopened market. I do hope she's not being a bother to the other stores or customers. She can be a bit rambunctious. heard that an unbelievably pristine Goldia crystal was delivered to the mayor. It was apparently a gift, but a crystal of that quality is more like a gift for a monarch than a mayor. It'll probably come to that either way. That's not exactly something Mayor Maybell can just walk in here to trade a mirror for. Most likely, they'll have to send it to Gransel to be stored in the royal treasury, accompanied by half the royal guard. Hey, welcome! Did you see the market building? It's back to how it used to be. It's such a good thing. That place is the symbol of bows. The whole city lit up the moment it reopened. Hey, welcome! It's a big relief having that dragon madness settled. Now I can finally get back to business. Things are finally peaceful again, thank Adios. The airships have begun running again, and now the merchants can really get to business. It's easy to forget how complicated it all is when you're shopping. I'm off to the place Borden's wife is running in the market. They're back in business after all. I need to show my support. How ridiculous. I was going to ask him to do some shopping, but Kawano's nowhere to be found. I may have to tie a leash or at least a fishing line to him. If you see him anywhere, do tell me, won't you? Okay, so we're not going to be going in this house just yet. This is where we're going to do the merchant escort quest, but if you do end up doing that one, because I'm talking to everyone right now, make sure you do not do any monster encounters on the way to Ravenue Village, otherwise you'll lose out on some bonus BP. With flights resumed, we've begun trade with the Empire once again, but the results haven't been quite what we hoped for. Due in no small part to Murano's efforts. Now it seems I have two rivals to contend with. Seems like the city's getting back to normal. Time to start studying for the Genis entrance exams then. After all, I'd look like kind of a doofus if I botched them now, with my parents finally accepting it. Yeah, make sure you get plenty of studying in. Hey Mina? What? Do you think I have what it takes to be a merchant? Yeah, I think so. Really? Yeah, you really like it and you really want to do it. I kind of think you're too honest sometimes, but that also makes you really easy to trust. So, I think you'll succeed. Okay. I'm gonna do my best. Oh, those two are cute. I wonder if they'll grow up and fall in love. Thanks to you, good braces, peace has returned. My only remaining concern is the young mistress's health. We shall take care to ensure she does not overwork herself. The market has reopened, and yet Mayor Maybell is still so busy. It's so difficult being mayor. Do we have a mission for her? What are those two missions that we've got? Merchant. Memories of Distant Days. Corner. Oh, okay, she's at Kirsch's bar, so never mind. Hello everyone. You have my most sincere thanks for helping Miss Maybell. Yeah. I kinda feel like you're the one who suffered the most in all of this. Are you sure you're okay? I am fine. Please do not worry on my account. More importantly, I believe you are heading to the Kingfisher Inn on Miss Maybell's invitation. You have been working very hard between the dragon case and other things. Please, enjoy this chance to relax. Miss Maybell worries after you greatly. Aw, thanks. We'll enjoy ourselves, trust me. Hello again everyone, thank you all for your hard work. If you're wondering about the Goldea crystal, don't worry, I'll use it very carefully. By the way, has Legrand told you about the arrangements I made? Yeah, he just told us. We'll be glad to abuse your hospitality if you don't mind. Abuse it to your heart's content. I know it isn't much of a holiday, but do try to get some rest. Don't gotta tell us twice. Yeah, don't worry, we'll take it easy. They do say resting is part of a bracer's job. Have a good holiday, everyone. It may not be for very long, but please enjoy your holiday. They do say resting is part of a bracer's job. So I guess all the merchants should be cleared out from here now, it looks like it. Welcome to the Frieden Hotel. We apologise for any inconvenience during the market reconstruction. As of now, we are operating as normal. Please relax and enjoy yourselves. Yeah, looks like they're all cleared out. The Imperial Ambassador finally went home. He was always acting so high and mighty. What a jerk. It's too bad the merchants have gone back, but I'm really glad he's gone. Okay, so before we go to the market, we've got Kirsch's Bar and the airport to go to. Pardon, can I have a moment? Of course, what is it? Are you Corner? We're from the Bracer Guild. Oh my, yes, thank you for coming. I've been waiting, this must be about my request. Nice to meet you then, I am Estelle Bright, Senior Bracer. My apologies for calling on you like this, but I fear I have no other resources left to me. This will take some time to explain. Can you hear me out? Of course, go ahead. No need to stand around like this. How about we have a seat? Good idea. Let me see if I can claim us a table. So, from your posting, ma'am, you're searching for someone, right? Something about a person missing for 10 years. Yes, I'm searching for my niece. Her name is Rainy. If she's alive, she would be about 20 now. Wait, if she's alive? I don't quite... Wait, 10 years ago. I think I get what this is about now. The 100 Days War, right? Oh, yes, exactly. When hostilities broke out, my sister was staying in the city. She wasn't able to get out before the Imperial Army reached the city. Thanks to an acquaintance of my sister's, I soon learned of her and her husband's passing. And while I never had word of exactly what happened to Rainy, well, it was easy to just assume. It's been 10 long years. I'd completely given up assuming Rainy had long since joined the goddess. But very recently I learned something new. A source told me that Rainy had not only survived but had been adopted by someone here in Bose. So then you think Rainy's alive? Honestly, I don't know. I barely dare to hope. And what's worse, my source was vague. I have no idea who adopted her. Oof, that makes things harder. But my heart tells me to believe the sweet little girl my sister loved is still alive. I must believe, which is why I beg you, help me. I think we can all understand where they're coming from, ma'am. I definitely think it's worth investigating. We don't have much in the way of clues, though. All I have is a name and an age, right? I do have a photograph of Rainy as well. A photo? Would that help? Yes, it's not much, but... Ooh, she's so cute. That's Lila. Did I get that name right? Yeah, no kidding. She's what, 10 in this photo, right? Yes, it was taken right on her 10th birthday. Just before her family left on holiday. Huh? Estelle, what's wrong? Oh, it's nothing really. I was just kinda mad, I guess? An innocent kid like that caught up in that stupid war. Yeah, I know what you mean, Estelle. Which is why it's our duty to reunite this girl with her family. Ah, yeah. We'd like to borrow the photograph if you don't mind, ma'am. Please, by all means. Well, we know what she looks like now, but how are we actually gonna do this? Rainy could be anywhere. She might not even be in Bose anymore. If nothing else, we do have that photo. We can show it around and see if anyone remembers or recognizes her. Do you think that'll work? Yeah, should. I mean, in some ways, 10 years ain't that long. Even if they don't remember exactly where she is, they'll at least remember who she is. It is our best shot, I guess. Let's start asking around then. Please, you're my only hope. If you find anything out, come by here again. We will. Ah, I'm glad the market's been repaired. Yep, it's a very good thing. Yeah, you can finally sell things again. Phew, the market's been put back to right. If the restoration had taken a bit longer, we probably would have ended up being swallowed up by the Castella shop. Well, that probably would have made our business better the way things are going. Oh, that's not the mayor's residence. Let's go do this quest real quick while we are around here. So it's one of those key item things that we can interact with. Here we go. Oh, that picture. Yeah, you see, Estelle explained that the group was looking for Corner's niece who went missing in the 100 Days War. I see. Do you have any idea who's in this photo? No, I'm afraid not. You're sure? You looked just a bit surprised when you saw it. Yes, I was struck by how much that girl resembles an acquaintance. I was a little unsure if it was her. I'm sorry, but I must get back to work. Pardon me. She's hiding something. Maybe we can show it to Maybelle. Oh, this is... Estelle, where in the world did you get this picture? Well... Estelle explained that the group was looking for Corner's niece who went missing in the 100 Days War. Is that so? Why has this come up now of all times? Why do I get the feeling you have some idea of what's up? I may at that. Out of curiosity, have you shown that photograph to Delilah yet? Yeah, actually, we showed it to her a bit ago. Did you now? Did she say anything? Yeah, she really freaked out for a moment when she saw it. She didn't say much of anything though it was so obvious she was hiding something it almost hurt. I see. Blast it, Lila. Why? Oh, I suppose it falls to me to explain. I think I'm a little lost. You know the girl in the picture? Of course I do. I've known the girl in that picture for ages and she's very important to me. Because the girl in that picture is Lila. Say what? Really? Oh-ho. The orchestra hits as the truth is revealed to the stage. You're sure? Completely and absolutely. Lila came to our home on a certain day 10 years ago. The day the army of Erebonia began its assault on the city of Bose. No way. When Father returned after assisting in the evacuation of much of the citizenry, he had a girl with him. Father would only say that she had been entrusted to him by strangers. That girl was Lila. Now that I look, she was even wearing the same clothes then, though they were bloody and torn. Yeah, that matches Corner's story and even fills in some of the gaps and questions. Looks like we have our girl. One thing though, the names. We're looking for a girl named Rainey, not Lila. Rainey? So that was Lila's old name. Yeah, that's what Corner told us at least. Hang on, you didn't know Lila's real name, Mayor Maybelle? No, she never told us. Wait a tick, she didn't tell you her name? She was 10 years old, can't imagine she didn't know her own name. I wish she could have given us her name or anything in those days. When Lila came to live with us, she could barely say anything at all. How can I even describe it? It was as if she was in a state where she'd forgotten how to speak entirely. How would that even... Extremes of duress can cause one to lose the ability to speak. I know of all too many examples of that happening, courtesy of the horrors of war. For a 10-year-old girl to experience the same horrors that silenced soldiers, unspeakable. Yes, her soul was far more hurt than her body when she came to live with us. We all tried our best, but Lila always kept a little distance between herself and everyone else. So we never learned her true name. So how'd she get the name Lila then? Father gave it to her. It was inconvenient to say the least for her to remain nameless. I see. I think we get it. Only thing to do now is just ask her. Yes, there's only one thing to do. Let me get Sarah to bring her here. I've brought her, milady. Thank you, Sarah. Would you leave us for a bit? Of course. Pardon me. Lila, come here. What would you ask of me, Miss Maybelle? Our bracer friend showed me this photograph. That's certainly a familiar face, isn't it? Lila, this is you, isn't it? I think I can guess why you're remaining quiet. You're concerned about Father, aren't you? I know you feel as though you owe Father a great debt, but Lila, I don't want that to be a burden on your life, and I know he wouldn't either. A burden? Yes, it's why you haven't said anything about this all this time, isn't it? You feel obligated to remain here out of debt to what Father did. That is, well, Father said it often, didn't he? Those trapped by the shackles of the past can never blaze a new trail. Lila, you've done more for our family than could ever have been expected or asked of you. You don't need to keep shackling yourself to the past. Go meet this corner woman. Meet her and reclaim your life. Miss Maybelle, I understand what you're trying to say. Unfortunately, however, the Rainy you were searching for is no longer with us. Huh? What do you mean? Rainy was killed in the 100 Days' War alongside her parents. She rests peacefully somewhere in this land. That is what I've told myself all these years. Because if I didn't, it would be too sad, too lonely to bear. Oh, Lila. Lila. I can't believe this. I've been such an idiot. You've been bearing all this within you all this time. I should have... Lila? I don't think you need to lie to yourself anymore, don't you? I'm sorry? Maybelle, Sarah, Mayna, the people of the market, I bet a lot of others around town too. Everyone thinks of you as part of their family, Lila. There's no way you're alone anymore. Estelle. Yeah, Estelle is right. Darn straight. Indeed. If nothing else, you have the passionate love of Olivier Lenheim. Lila, are you listening? Do you see what they mean? You're one of the most... No, with Father gone, you're the most precious, important person in my life. So saying you're alone like that? Please don't say something so terribly sad. You've never been alone, Lila. Ever. Miss Maybelle. And Lila, lying to yourself to forget something painful? It's exactly what Father hated to see. Someone trapped by their past. Father entrusted us both with such a valuable lesson. Please don't let it go to waste. Lila, go meet Corner. Please. Or does what Father taught us mean so little to you? Very well. I'll accept defeat. Oh, Miss Maybelle, you're terrible. How is anyone meant to say no to an argument like that? That, my dear Lila, is the secret to driving a hard bargain. Always good to see a happy ending to stuff like this. Phew, good to see that's all settled. Yeah, I'm glad. Come on then, let's go meet her. But, pardon? Go meet... you're coming, Mayor Maybelle? Hey, it's cool. She's basically going to be representing her old man. I can get behind that. Yes, precisely. Come on, Lila. Let's be off. Alright. I'll accompany you then. Oh, no you don't. I'm the one accompanying you this time. Come on, get in front of me. Left, right, let's go. But... It's okay, Lila. After all, you're the star this time. Precisely, see? Listen to the smart bracer lady. Come on, hurry now. I'll be right behind you. Maybelle! I see. To think things got so complicated. Rainy, I'm so sorry we didn't come looking for you. I wish we could have found you sooner. No, Auntie, don't apologise. It wasn't anyone's fault except maybe that of the times. And over the last 10 years, I can honestly say I've been very happy. Miss Maybelle, thank you so very much. I owe you and your father a debt that can never be repaid. No, not at all. If anything, I should be grateful to you and your sister and her husband. Lila has been such an important part of my life. I should say Rainy, I'm sorry. No, please, call her as you have. That is the name she has here after all. I'm just glad to know that she has been safe and happy, no matter her name. Miss Maybelle, I beg you, please continue to take care of her. Well, I would certainly love for her to remain with us, but do you not intend to take her home with you? Oh, I planned to at first, of course, but seeing her now, I couldn't be so cruel. To continue living here with the people she loves and all her friends. No one who loves her could take that away from her. Auntie Corner. Now, Dumpling, don't make that face. Of course, I do hope you'll visit your uncle and me every once in a while. I know the distance will make it difficult, but we would both love it. Why would distance be an issue? Ah, I didn't mention, but our home is quite far away. You know where the Le Mans State is, I take it? The Lehman State? Of course, I've heard of it. That's where the guild has its training ground and headquarters. Yeah, I think most bracers know about it. I see, so Lila's not from LaBelle. That does sort of explain the kind of unique feeling she's always given off. Even by airship, it is quite a trip. I do hope you'll come and visit someday. But even then, I will still keep in touch. I will too. And I promise I'll find time to visit. I'll be counting the days until then. Now, Rainy, let me get another good look at you. Ah, you really are the image of your mother. I look like Mother? That you do, not just in appearance, but even in the way you move, your speech. You really are so like your mother when she was your age. I am sure she has been watching over you. Your wonderful new friends and family, it's what she would have wanted. Live happily, my Rainy, for your mother's sake as well. I will, Auntie. I promise I will. Say, Lila? Yes, Miss Maybelle? About what we were discussing earlier. When were you planning on doing it? My trip back to Lehman, you mean? I haven't quite decided yet. Ah, alright. Just be sure to let me know when you're going well in advance, okay? I'll need to adjust my schedule. What do you mean, Miss Maybelle? Well, I am going with you after all. I really want to see what your home was like. Besides what? I was thinking it would be really nice to hear some stories from your childhood. I know you've heard all sorts of stories about me from before you came to live here, and I need to find some kind of embarrassing chink in that armour of yours, or I won't be able to do anything with you. So, you're after my naughtiest secrets. Well, I'm afraid I shall have to disappoint you, Miss Maybelle. My early childhood was one of exquisite conduct. Unlike certain infamous tomboys who would be scandalised should their past be made public, I have nothing to fear. Oh, really? I wouldn't underestimate my ability to sniff out the truth if I were you. Well, let's see what you can manage. I'll let you know as soon as I've made a decision. Please do, Lila. Anyway, what's on the agenda for today? You have your regularly scheduled meetings inside the manor from morning until tea time. Afterwards, you will attend the review board for applicants to the market. Wait, the review board? That's today? Oh, adios. Just strike me dead. I have to read those applicant evaluations right away. Lila, hurry. We've got to move it. Oh, goodness. Something tells me I won't be going to Lehman for a while. Another happy ending. The market's reopened for business with no delay. The flights and shippings resumed, so everything is as it should be again. Ho-ho, and what a tough old town Bose is. Okay, I think this is about where I'm going to cut our episode short for today. We still have the market to go to and the airport, and actually we need to go see Welma in Nebel Valley as well. So there's a couple of places to go to before we start doing some of the other side missions like the merchant escort. So I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to leave a comment on the video, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.